Was it worth it? No. It wasn't anything special. It could be upgraded to something more, I think. It just needs some more interesting stools, I think. Doesn't really have very much. I don't know whether they get local people to buy. Sorry. I don't know whether they get local people to make things or whether they're. But they could use a little bit more something entertaining because not everyone likes rides. The stalls are really mediocre. I've been to markets which have a no fee entry. I've been to markets that are more interesting. They don't really have anything special. It's like they've got some stores with nothing special foods and the things that you can buy pretty cheap and probably cost 2 cents to make. I bought some sort of stone necklace, and that was $15. So I wanted to originally buy this other necklace, but when you realize it's just resin with glitter, it's like I'm not sure if that's a good gift or not, and so I bought the stone necklace for the same price because at least it's made out of a big chunk of polished semi-precious stone. So I thought visually the other one was nice, but I thought this one was worth more. So I could be totally wrong, but I think if anyone were to be given that as a gift, which is my idea, then they'll be like, oh, this is cool. Whereas the other one, it might be like, oh, this is a little cheap and tacky, but I get it, it's kind of pretty. So that's why I decided the precious stone over the other one. Which is nice, and you can transfer the pendant to other kinds of necklaces, but for a second it sounded like there was a dog out on the loose growling. I think it was just a dog on the fence, behind the fence. I don't think it's on the loose. I think it's been run over. Yeah, what a weird sound. But there wasn't any popcorn, there's no candy floss, bags of floss. So there was a chorizo van, but I don't know. I'm kind of done with chorizos because I've had them so many times with Domino's. I'm like, oh, the chips are $6. You have to salt it and put sauce in it yourself, and I'm not used to doing that, so I undersalted and undersauced the chips, which is, of course, is a disappointment. But you live and learn. Next time I might be responsible for salting and saucing chips. You put salt on first and then the sauce, and make sure you put the sauce right down to the bottom. Otherwise, the end chips are pretty much unflavored, and you have a lousy time eating them. Chips don't taste any good unless they're flavored. And I was like, trying to support a little bit of community with it, but I felt bad for eating the chips. I thought the ones at the local stores, which cost just as much for double the amount, would have been a lot nicer. So it's just pretty tacky food, I think. If you're hungry, sure, why not? But if you're just like there to spend to get a bit of cash, I probably spent with entry. I probably spent around $50. So, oh no, $36 because $15 entry, $15 for the necklace, and $6 for the chips. So, but I actually like the avocado festival a little bit better because there's more stuff to do. And I felt as though it was a little boring because after you've seen the 6 or 7 stores that they have, it took forever for the one competition to start after another had finished. Like they were saying it's just about to start and everyone's still setting up the equipment and things. And by the time I had left, which it was like 15-20 minutes later, they still hadn't started. So I was like just about to start my butt. But it's good to go on a little adventure, but I don't think it's the best festival. I think I'd rather go to a much larger event like the Eka. I just see that there's no animal across the road. It sounds like there's a little whiny animal or something, but I don't really see it. It's like something going, I don't see an animal. Otherwise I'd go rescue. Pup rescue. Sounds like a dog. Anyway. I think I spent a couple of hours there. I spent longer than expected. I was just sort of walking around looking at stuff, but like I said, it was pretty boring, nothing much there. I think it'll pick up at the fireworks, but the other person wants to go. Maybe I'll come back for the fireworks, but more likely I won't do anything but sit around the house. Because you do get a little pass. Where is it? There it is. There it is. Little pass. And yeah. So you can go back, I believe. $15 for a whole day of pretty uneventful events. The thing I documented the most was the wood chopping. I used to do a bit of wood chopping myself. I did it, but they banned me because it looked ridiculous for some person who looks like me. When I'm fit, I'm quite skinny. So a female to look like me beating the heavier males. So they sort of banned me because I was quite good, and then they sort of privatized the sport so that certain people do it for within a group kind of attitude. So the people who contest are like part of a groupie, and you know, because they didn't want you to be there, so they, you know, deceived the sport. They changed it, and now you have people who compete who probably know each other, so or have been okayed. Because when I did it, I was winning, and then I was shoved out because people thought I looked ridiculous, and but in honesty, I was winning and beating everyone. And this is ages ago. This is when I had a bit of a competitive side. I was getting into doing something like I've done for short periods of time many times in my life. And that's one thing that I did do. I don't remember what I did to the trophies. I have a feeling I wasn't allowed to be given any because people are like racist and anti-you mentality. So even though I'd won, I don't think I ended up getting any. And if I ever got any, I don't have them. I probably lost them over the years. Either by living in a hazardous area, or having it stolen, or just losing it when I lose a house, and whatever. But I've had awards taken from me. I won a trophy cup, and it was taken out from me because I was living with other people, and people stole it, and then they displayed it, and now someone owns it, and they've scribbled out your name, and they put theirs. So someone is like, I'll have it. Trophies are kind of like trash, but it was a pretty decent trophy, but no one wanted me to have it. And so it began being a showcase item, and then it ended up in someone's living room, and they scribbled out your name, and they put there. So that was probably one of the biggest. And even with karate and stuff, the karate teacher or instructor wanted to keep it. With tennis, the tennis teacher or instructor wanted to keep it. Not like these things would have been stolen from me anyways by now, but and so I literally, even when doing music and piano, it's like the teachers want to keep it. So I don't know, maybe it's just me and my energy. I never get the trophies that I deserve to be given. So same with sports. Any sport, like whether it's tennis or ice skating or anything, someone else is keeping the trophy. And then you got movies, you got a fake publicist who kept all your trophies to him. I call it a fake publicist because they sucked, and if they're given any money, they're keeping it for themselves. I have nothing to do with them. They don't have my bank details or anything. I'm not going to get any money, most likely, at any time, at any space in the future. So there you go. So even with everything, no trophies, I only have this one dance medallion that I got when I was a teenager. I think that's about it. That's all I've kept. I have a feeling that I did get to keep at least one tennis trophy, but I think it was stolen. All my stuff gets stolen because I house share, so my stuff sometimes gets stolen. I've had probably 3 periods in my life where things have gotten stolen, and now I have just this tiny little box. Like, if I got rid of all my stuff, that is an investment. I just got a tiny little box of stuff. When I should have 3 rooms full of trophies. I should have 1 room full of trophies. I don't even have any. Jeez. I haven't lived my life already when I had. So, anyway, that's enough bitching. So, I would say the festival is okay. But, I don't know. The dinosaur thing was kind of cute. I thought that was kind of the more entertaining thing. At least you're doing something and looking at something interesting. It's like a little 3-meter adventure. Good for kids. Just didn't have anything. I didn't have connecting anything, and the rides, I don't know. I didn't try them. Do I go on rides? I almost wanted to, but I didn't. So I probably should have tried the ride. One day I might try a ride. Just spins in a circle. I'm like, it can't be that hard. I used to go on rides like that, but that's the thing. You might have used to, but now that you're older, it's like, it'll probably malfunction if you sit on it.